Okay guys, let us begin the session. Topic is menstrual cycle. Okay, what is menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle is a type of reproductive cycle. It is a reproductive cycle. Reproductive cycles generally two types. One is estrous cycle. Second one is menstrual cycle. What is estrous cycle definition? Estrous cycle, reproductive cycle occurs in non-primate mammal. Non-primate mammal. In mammals, in all mammals, menstrual cycle cannot be done. In only primate mammals, menstrual cycle can be done. So that what is primate? I will tell you. So non-primates example, dog, fox, deer, tiger, cow, all these are non-primates even though they are mammals. Then what is menstrual cycle? Menstrual cycle, reproductive changes, cyclical changes occur in the uterus, mainly endometrium. Every month, periodically in the primate female mammal is called menstrual cycle. Understand? So menstrual cycle occurs only in primates, the two primate females. What is the difference between primate and non-primate? I will tell you. Primates, example, monkey, gibbon, just like ape, human, these all are primates. Primates means digital formula, means we have a 5 fingers, right? If you see this, the thumb finger, we have 2 bones, point finger 3 bones, middle finger 3 bones, ring finger 3 bones, little finger 3 bones. So digital formula is 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. Like this hand is made, then that animal is called primate. Mammals, hands will be present, but this digital formula is not 2, 3, 3, 3. Then that is called non-primate, just like dog, fox, deer, tiger, lion, ox, or reptile. So, but monkey, gibbon, ape, human, these categories are called primates. In the primate female, monthly in the uterine, mainly endometrium, some cyclical changes occur, that is called menstrual cycle. Let us see about some information and the differences between menstrual cycle and estrous cycle. I will tell you now. See, this is menstrual cycle. This is estrous cycle. First point, if you see menstrual cycle, it occurs in primates. Example, monkey, apes, humans, human beings and all. Whereas in the estrous cycle, it occurs in non-primates. Non-primates means what? Digital formula is not 2, 3, 3, 3 like that. Example: cows, sheep, rats, deer, dogs, tiger, etc. This is the first difference. And menstrual cycle, this cycle consists of menstrual phase, proliferative phase, and secretory phase. Some 4 phases are present. Stages in the menstrual cycle are 4. Whereas it consists of a short period of estrus and heat. So this is only 2 phases: estrus phase and heat phase. Next, another difference: blood flows in this cycle. Means in the menstrual cycle, bleeding occurs. Bleeding occurs. Some amount of blood will be lost. Whereas in the estrus cycle, blood doesn't flow in this cycle. So no bleeding. No bleeding process. Understand? Now, another difference between the menstrual cycle and estrus cycle is another 4th point I am writing here. Menstrual cycle occurs every month. Okay? Means 28 days. Every 28 days it will be repeated. But here occurs once per breeding time. Once per breeding time or year. According to that, monoestrus, diestrus, polyestrus animals will be there. Monoestrus, 1 estrus cycle per year. Diestrus, 2 estrus cycles per year. Polyestrus, many estrus cycles, but bleeding will not be occurred. So, first I have given the introduction about reproductive cycles. Reproductive cycles are generally 2 types in the mammals. Reproductive cycles in mammals. Reproductive cycles in mammals. First one is estrus cycle. Second one is menstrual cycle. About estrus cycle, I told you that it happens in only non-primates. But in NCERT, what they have mentioned is menstrual cycle. So that we are discussing about the menstrual cycle. Now, what is the definition of menstrual cycle? Reproductive changes occurs in the endometrium every month, periodically. So that is called, that is in primate female mammal, then that is called menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle, monthly cycle. Like that. Let us see some more points in the menstrual cycle. Firstly, the menstrual cycle is a complex and controlled by many different glands and the hormones that these glands produce. What are the glands that control menstrual cycle? Means, number 1, pituitary gland. Pituitary gland. From the pituitary gland, FSH, LH, these hormones are controlling the menstrual cycle. Number 2, ovarian hormone, ovary. From the ovary, estrogen, progesterone, these hormones, and also inhibin from the ovary. So question comes, what are the hormones that control menstrual cycle from pituitary gland? Means answer will be FSH and LH. Question comes, what are the ovarian hormones that controls menstrual cycle? Means estrogen, progesterone, inhibin. So this is how the first one is planned. Second one, 4 phases of the menstrual cycles presentation. In that, the first one is menstruation, second one is follicular phase, third one is ovulation, fourth one is luteal phase. So how many phases are there in the menstrual cycle? As we discussed it just before, the differences between menstrual cycle and estrus cycle, I said 4. What is the first one? Menstruation. What is the second one? Follicular phase. What is the third one? Ovulation. What is the fourth one? Luteal phase. All these 4 phases also have different names. Let us see. Next, common menstrual cycle problems include heavy or painful periods. They are called premenstrual syndromes. That's called PMS problem. Generally, when a girl attains the puberty, 10, 12, 13 age, then menstrual cycle will be begin. Till how many years? Means till menopause. So that menarche to menarche to menopause. Menopause. Okay, this menstrual cycle takes place. Menstrual cycle begin at menarche, that is about 10 to 13 years age, and it will be ceased by 45 to 50 years age. Meanwhile, a girl or a woman have many struggles and problems by this. Let us discuss each and everything in detail. Knowing when the menstrual cycle a woman is most likely to conceive can increase the chance of pregnancy. Everyone, one should understand that what exactly the concept of menstrual cycle, then they will come to know how to take care of their reproductive health. So generally, menstrual cycle days are 28 days was given in the NCERT, but minimum days is 22, maximum days is 35. That is why not in every woman bleeding time or periods time is not same. In one woman, in 1 month, in the same woman, 1 month bleeding time is different. Next month bleeding time will be changed due to their body heat, due to their body hormonal changes and all. So no two women, not like that. Every woman do not have the same time of periods. Let us see all this data. But NCERT is explained 28 days. Why? Because minimum days is 22 days in a woman. In a woman, minimum days of menstrual cycle is 22. In a woman, maximum days of menstrual cycle is 35. So that average menstrual cycle days would be 28. Understand? That is why 28 days was happening. 28 days means 1 month. Now, I hope you understand the introduction. Now, let us see different stages in the menstrual cycle. Next. Menstrual cycle changes occurs in two places. One is in ovary, second one is in uterus. Uterus mainly endometrium. Endometrium means inner wall of the uterus. Outer wall is perimetrium. Middle wall is myometrium or mesometrium. Inner wall is endometrium. In endometrium only menstrual cycle changes takes place. So when changes occurs in the ovary, then that is called ovarian cycle. When changes occurs in the uterus, that is called uterine cycle. So menstrual cycle further divided into A and B, ovarian cycle and uterine cycle. Let us discuss. And steps involved in the menstrual cycle are 4. Steps involved in the menstrual cycle are 4. First one is bleeding, also called menses, also called menstruation. Okay, it is about 2 to 3 days, maximum 5 days. In some women, blood bleeding occurs continuously 5 days in a month, but average is 2 to 3 days. Next, second phase is follicular phase. Follicular phase. Follicular phase is also called proliferative phase. Proliferative phase. This proliferative phase is 9 days to 11 days. Minimum 9 days, maximum 11 days. In some women 9 days, in some women 10 days, in some women 11 days. In this time what happens? Follicles will grow. Means primary follicle becomes secondary follicle become tertiary follicle become Graafian follicle. That is how it happens. And the third phase is called ovulation. Third phase is called ovulation. It is about only 1 day. That is 14th day. How it will become 14th day exactly? If you ask me, I can say here. So minimum 3 days, 2 to 3 days, and maximum 5 days. If the 3 days happen, 3 to 11, 3 plus 11, 14 days. If maximum 5 days bleeding occurred, next 9 days follicle will grow. So 9 plus 5, 14. That is why at the 14th day, that is single day, ovulation takes place. That time Graafian follicle will be ruptured and secondary oocyte will be released from the ovary. That time what happens from the ovulation? Corpus luteum is also formed, na? Yes. Next, fourth step is called luteal phase. Luteal phase. Luteal phase is also called secretory phase. Why it is called secretory phase? See, result of ovulation, corpus luteum. Luteum, this corpus luteum sustains next 14 days. Next 14 days. Ovulation occurred 14 days. Next 14 days, corpus luteum will be sustained. So 14 plus 14, 28 days. It will be completed. Everything in detail I will explain step by step. This is an overall view. Steps involved here are 4. Number 1 is bleeding. This time from the uterus, breakdown of the endometrium, bleeding takes place. That is called menses. Second phase is called follicular phase. After bleeding in the ovary, follicles will develop. Bleeding occurs in uterus. But after the bleeding completed, uterus stops the bleeding, then follicle develops in the ovary. Ovary gives the growth of follicles. Matured follicle is Graafian follicle. It takes 11 days if the bleeding occurs 3 days only. It takes 9 days if the bleeding occurs 5 days. You understand that? Bleeding occurs 5 days. Then in the ovary, after bleeding, 9 days is required for the follicular growth. If bleeding occurs just 3 days, then 11 days required for the follicular growth to become Graafian follicle. Once Graafian follicle formed, then LH will come and rupture this. Then corpus luteum will be released. Releasing of corpus luteum, production of corpus luteum is also at the same time secondary oocyte is produced. So it is called ovulation. Ovulation occurred at 14th day. 14th day of 28 days menstrual cycle. Understand? The next luteal phase means its most constant phase is always 14 days. If you see bleeding time minimum 2 days or 3 days, sometimes 5 days. Follicular phase maybe 9 days or 10 days or 11 days. Ovulation phase after that 14th day. If it is 28 days menstrual cycle, 14th day. In a woman, 22 days menstrual cycle is there, then it will be changed. So questions will come. A woman has a 25 days menstrual cycle, then when ovulation will happen? Answer will not be 14. 14 is the answer if a woman menstrual cycle days are 28. Then that calculation I'll tell you. See, 28 days menstrual cycle woman release secondary oocyte, simply called ovum, on 14th day. On which basis I said this? Means total days of menstrual cycle minus luteal phase. Luteal phase is most constant phase now, that is 14 days. So here total days of menstrual cycle is 28 minus luteal phase is 14. That is therefore 14th day, that is single day, ovulation taken place. My question is 22 days menstrual cycle woman release egg or secondary oocyte or ovum on which day? Then very simple formula, total days of menstrual cycle minus luteal phase. In the question, total days of menstrual cycle is 22 minus 14, this is common. Then that would be, answer will be 88th day. 8th day ovulation takes place. If a woman is 35 days menstrual cycle woman Okay, release egg on which day? Answer would be total menstrual cycle days here given is 35 days minus 14. 35 minus 14, 11th day. Sorry, 21st day. 21st day will be ovulation will be occurred. So ovulation in every woman is not same. Reason is luteal phase is common. According to the total number of days, it will be understand. So at we have given overall view of the different stages of the menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle may explain by two steps that are changes happened in the ovary, that are changes happens in the uterine, that are ovarian cycle and uterine cycle respectively. Other than that, apart from that, by the steps also menstrual cycle can be explained. Step 1 is bleeding, step 2 is follicular phase, step 3 is ovulation, step 4 is luteal phase. Okay, now these are the consequences of different women when ovulation may occur. Now detail I will explain. Phases of menstrual cycle. How many phases are there? Total 4 phases are there. First one is what? Menstruation, also called bleeding. Isn't it? So, how many days the bleeding was? Is about minimum 3 days, maximum 5 days. Next, follicular phase. It is also called growth, also called proliferative. Proliferative phase. How many days? It will be 9 to 11 days. I am talking about the menstrual cycle of 28 days women. Ovulation. Ovulation is single day, one day. That too 14th day if 28 days menstrual cycle. Luteal phase, also called constant phase. Luteal phase means what? Constant phase. During this phase, 14 days, corpus luteum secretes hormones. That's why it's also called secretory phase. Now, one by one, let me explain. See, menstruation or bleeding. Menstruation or bleeding. Menstruation is the elimination of thickened lining of the uterus or nothing mainly endometrium from the body through the vagina. So what exactly here it happens, I will explain with the diagram. Just see. So this is endometrium. Uterus I am talking about. Don't learn this topic for marks. Learn this topic for understanding and aware about the reproductive health of a woman. Okay. Boys, if you ask me that, sir, we are not girls, why we have to learn this? You have to understand physiological changes and pains behind these physiological changes of our sisters, our mother, our future, our partner, everyone. Once you understand the pains and physiological events behind this, you will start the respecting this. Understand? Now, so this is what actually fundus, and this is endometrium. The perimetrium, this is first layer, this is second layer, this is third layer. Inner layer is called endometrium. Generally in the endometrium, some thickening will happen. What is that thickening? If you ask me, I will tell you in the last phase. Just continue this suspense, that is endometrial thickness. Endometrial thickness. How does this endometrial thickness has come is the last point. This endometrial thickness fall off. Along with that, secondary oocyte. Here secondary oocyte will be there na? From the ovary. It has been come for the fertilization. Fertilization is failed. That time the secondary oocyte within 24 hours, 24 hours, it will be degenerate. Okay, then this one secondary oocyte and the thickening, it is also called mesh-like structure. Both, this is secondary oocyte and this is thickening. Endometrium will be sheds off, damaged. The time bleeding takes place. All this is, what is this? Secondary oocyte, endometrium wall plus some mucus and the blood. All this is bleeding from all the way through vagina, cervix and vagina. It comes out about 40 to 80 ml of blood bleeds during 3 days of time. This blood, bleeding blood will not clot. Will not clot. Generally, blood bleeding occurs, it will be clot within 8 minutes. But continuously 3 days, very slowly, gradually this bleeding occurs, but blood will not be clot because of the fibrinolysin. Fibrinolysin is a protein present in this. Because of that, blood is not clotting. So what is bleeding? Bleeding definition I am telling you here. Bleeding definition I am telling you here. Shedding of endometrium. Endometrium sheds off. Then bleeding occurs. Why it is sheds off? I will tell you. Then this menstrual fluid contains blood, endometrial cells and mucus, and also secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte is also coming. The average length of this period is between 3 days or 1 week, but 5 days I can say. Why? Because it is 28 days menstrual cycle. Understand? Now, second one is follicular phase. First phase you understand now? In first phase what happened? Bleeding occurred. If you see in this diagram, bleeding occurred. See, this is the first one. Okay, this is entire the menstrual phase. Endometrium, day 1, first day. 2, you just think this is the 5th day. What happened? Endometrium given bleeding. Entire blood has come. So this is called bleeding. How many days? Minimum 3 days, maximum 5 days. So this part is explaining you bleeding. Very first phase of the menstrual cycle is bleeding. Understand? From here to here. During bleeding, okay, in ovary, what happens? That is corpus luteum degenerates. Corpus luteum degenerates, progesterone will not be produced. Lack of progesterone, bleeding occurs due to lack of progesterone hormone. This point also I will connect in the last. So this is the first phase. Understand? No. The menstrual cycle, first phase has been completed. That is bleeding or menstruation. Now let me talk about the second one. Follicular phase. It is also called growth phase, or also called proliferative phase. Proliferative phase. In this proliferative phase, how many days this proliferative phase is about? It is about 9 days or 11 days. The follicles starts first day of menstruation, ends with the ovulation, prompted by hypothalamus. Why? Because here primary follicle has to develop into secondary follicle. Secondary follicle has to develop into tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle has to develop into Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle is called matured follicle. So for every growing follicle, what is required? Follicle stimulating hormone action is required. So from first to second, second to third, third to fourth, follicle stimulating hormone is required. Follicle stimulating hormone is coming from pituitary. That's why Very early of this concept, I told you what are the structures, glands and hormones required for menstrual cycle. Understand? So follicular phase. The pituitary is releasing follicular stimulating hormone called FSH. This hormone stimulates the ovary to produce around 5 to 20 follicles, tiny nodules or cysts, which be on the surface. Okay. Each follicle houses an immature egg, that is nothing but primary oocyte. Is usually only one follicle will mature into the egg. Very important. Monthly, only one follicle. One follicle means what? One egg only can be released, while others are dying. This can occur around day 10 to day 28 days cycle. This growth of the follicle stimulates the lining of uterus, thickening preparation and possible for the pregnancy. Means when this follicular phase is completed, last phase is called Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle further continued as corpus luteum. Corpus luteum is yellow color body. This yellow color body, what it actually does, it releases hormones, mainly progesterone. This progesterone helps in the endometrial thickening. No. Progesterone also, estrogen also secreted. The second step is called follicular phase. Understand? Let us see this follicular phase in the diagram. So here till here we have explained about the first phase in this diagram. Now second phase I am explaining. Second phase from here to here. From here to here. This is the second phase. What is the second phase? Second phase starts with 5th day to 11th day, sorry, 9th day, that is equal to 14th day, or 3 day to 11th day, 11 days, that will be also 14th day. This time what happens? Follicle, primary follicle become secondary, secondary become tertiary, tertiary become Graafian follicle has been developed. That's it. So follicular phase is happen in ovary. Follicular phase is happen in ovary. Bleeding phase is happen in endometrium. So during menstrual cycle, endometrium also shows changes, ovary also changes. That is why ovary changes happens in the ovary called ovarian cycle. Ovarian cycle. All these changes happens in the endometrium, so that uterine cycle. Uterine cycle. Understand? Now. Third step. Third step is called ovulation. In ovulation, what is happening? Graafian follicle ruptures by luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone is coming from pituitary. Then it provides corpus luteum and secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte is also called head. That is why it is called ovulation. Releasing of secondary oocyte is called ovulation. Ovulatory hormone is LH. Let us see important points here. Ovulation is a release of matured nothing but secondary oocyte is matured egg. Immature egg means primary oocyte. From the surface of ovary, this usually occurs middle cycle. Middle cycle means 28 day cycle, 28 day cycle. Middle means 14th day. Around 2 weeks. 2 weeks means what? 2 into 7 is equal to 14th day. Menstrual cycle. Ovulation takes place. During the follicular phase, means it's before, developing follicle causes rise the level of estrogen. Estrogen levels will be increased. Estrogen is coming from hypothalamus. So the hypothalamus in brain recognize the rising levels of these estrogen. Estrogen is coming from ovary. Ovary releases estrogen in the blood. In the blood, estrogen levels will be increased. Increase strikes the hypothalamus to release gonadotropin hormone called luteinizing hormone. I'll tell you a small equation, guys. What actually happens? This picture, if you see, every growing follicle release estrogen. Then estrogen levels will be increased. These estrogen levels strikes LH. When LH comes, it acts on Graafian follicle. Then secondary oocyte will be released. It will become corpus luteum. I'll write here few things. First, hormonal sequence in menstrual cycle. What has come first? Follicle stimulating hormone comes. If it comes, what happened? Primary follicle become Graafian follicle. Finally, secondary tertiary is also there. Then every follicle is releasing estrogen. So estrogen is second hormone. Estrogen is coming from every growing follicle. Then this estrogen strikes hypothalamus to release luteinizing hormone. This is third hormone. This luteinizing hormone act on Graafian follicle. Then Graafian follicle produce two structures. One is corpus luteum, and another one is secondary oocyte, a small egg, matured egg. This corpus luteum now release progesterone, again estrogen, relaxin and inhibin. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hormones. If you see the steps, first one is FSH is coming, second one is estrogen is coming, third one is LH is coming, and fourth one is progesterone is coming, and all these are common. So hormones which are coming one after one. First FSH will come, follicle will grow. Every growing follicle releases estrogen. Estrogen strikes hypothalamus and produce LH. Then LH strikes Graafian follicle, the corpus luteum produced. Then corpus luteum secretes progesterone. So first FSH, next estrogen, next LH, next progesterone. This is the hormonal sequence in the menstrual cycle that you can see here. The LH will become at 14th day. Then what happens? Ovulation takes place. So release of secondary oocyte by ruptured Graafian follicle. That results corpus luteum also. Further corpus luteum release progesterone. How many days? Next 14 days. This is called secretory phase. Okay. And we continue the explanation. Ovulation happens. So pituitary gland produces raised levels of luteinizing hormone and FSH. That within 2 days, ovulation is triggered by the high levels of LH. That's why LH is called ovulatory hormone. Okay. Then with the fallopian tube and toward the uterus by waves of a small hair-like projections. Okay, lifespan of the typical egg is about 24 hours. The released egg by the fimbriae collected into, see here in the diagram I explained, the released egg from the fimbriae collected and placed in ampulla for the fertilization, which is expecting fertilization, so that 24 hours only it can be sustained. Within 24 hours, if the sperm comes and meet, then fertilization takes place. If not, what will happen? See, if fertilization happens, then pregnancy will come. If pregnancy does not occur, the corpus luteum dies, usually around 22 days to 28 days cycle. The drop of progesterone, corpus luteum dies now when fertilization is not happened in the ovary. Progesterone levels causes lining the uterus fall away. That is called bleeding. That is called bleeding. So the luteal phase is what is happening actually. In the luteal phase, corpus luteum secretes progesterone mainly, which cause pregnancy. It's called pregnancy. If fertilization is occurred, pregnancy. Sperm enter pregnancy. If sperm not entered, what happens? The progesterone levels will fall, and thickening of endometrium will be sheds off. Now see what happens in the luteal phase. During ovulation, the egg bursts from its follicle, but the ruptured follicle stays on the surface of the ovary for the next 2 weeks, means 14 days. That's why luteal phase is always constant, that are 14 days. Also, follicle transforms into the structure called corpus luteum, which is yellow color body, glandular, and it is also endocrine part. This structure starts releasing the progesterone along with the small amount of estrogen and some other hormones. This combination of hormones maintain the thickening lining of the uterus. Thickening lining of the uterus we have seen in this diagram. I told you, last I will tell you, thickening is happening because of progesterone plus estrogen. Progesterone plus estrogen causes the thickness. How long progesterone and estrogen releases, endometrium will thick. Why it has to thick means, if fertilization occurred, zygote, morula, blastula and baby should develop by attachment. For the attachment, this thickening will be helped. Future placenta that would be. So fertilization is not occurred, endometrium will not give placenta, waste of manner. So that it will be broken and comes out as blood. And again next month it will be repaired and again thickening. Every month it will expect the pregnancy. Fertilization is not occurred, so that it sheds off. So waiting for the fertilized egg to stick for the implantation leads to pregnancy when fertilization occurred. See, here only students will confuse. I will give you very simple chart to understand this. See, primary follicle become secondary follicle become tertiary follicle become Graafian follicle. Okay, na? On this Graafian follicle, who acts? LH will act. Then Graafian follicle becomes two parts. One is corpus luteum. Another one is egg. Nothing but secondary oocyte. Fate of secondary oocyte will be 2. Fate of secondary oocyte. Number 1. If fertilized. If fertilized means what? For the secondary oocyte, sperm is fused so that zygote will be developed. This zygote will become morula. This morula become blastula. This blastula will go and attach here so that here thickening should be present. That thickening was given by corpus luteum by progesterone. If not occurred, means 14 days, corpus luteum produce progesterone. This progesterone gives thickening. But it is expect pregnancy. If the sperm comes, okay. If sperm not comes, ovum 24 hours. 24 hours or 1 day after it will be degenerate. And later after 14 days bleed. Why? Because 14 days after corpus luteum will not secrete progesterone, corpus luteum will be die. So that thickening will be loose. Then what will happen? Along with the broken endometrium, secondary oocyte which is not fertilized will be degenerate and comes out as a bleeding, about 40 to 80 ml of blood. It will be continuous. So the cycle will be repeats. Understand? So if fertilized egg implants in the lining of the uterus, which is made up of progesterone hormone, then it produces the hormone that are necessary for the maintaining of corpus luteum. So corpus luteum can sustain next till birth. When fertilization happened, corpus luteum sustained till birth. So this diagram also helps you to understand the days. First day to 14th day, what happens? 14th day to 28 days. This is the first half. And this is the second half. Main hormones in the first half are estrogen, sorry, follicular stimulating hormone. So that FSH will be run, but here LH is required, but here progesterone is required. In second half, progesterone is the main hormone. In first half, follicle stimulating is the main hormone. Understand? No. See how long does ovulation last? From the first day to fifth day, what happens? Bleeding occurs. Bleeding occurs. Where? Uterus. Next, sixth day to 13th day, what will happen? Means how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Why? Because from fifth day, no, 9 days. So 9 days, what will happen? Follicle will grow. Follicle grow. Where? Ovary. Then this time ovary will be secondary oocyte may release. Here it may be released. Here it may be released. Even on 2 days or 3 days because of the temperature changes in the woman. So that time if the sperm enter, fertilization takes place and pregnancy. That's why most fertile days are before 3 days of ovulation or after 2 days of ovulation pregnancy can be done. Next, after that, fertility windows of menstrual cycle vary from the person to person. Here this is called luteal phase. So first phase is bleeding. Okay. Second phase is proliferation. Third phase is ovulation. Fourth phase is luteal phase. Luteal phase continue to bleeding. Bleeding continue to proliferation. Proliferation continue to ovulation. Ovulation continue to luteal. How many days the bleeding is? 3 to 5 days. Proliferation is 9 to 11 days. Ovulation is 1 day, that is 14th day. 14th day means 1 day, not 14 days. Next, this is luteal phase is 14 days. So count this 5 days minimum now. So maximum to minimum or minimum to maximum. So 5 plus 9, 14. Okay, 14 plus 14, 28. So 28 days menstrual cycle I explained. Understand? Now, corpus luteum, major doubt here for everyone. I am explaining. Corpus luteum sustains 14 days if no fertilization. No fertilization. Okay, no fertilization. Corpus luteum span is 14 days. Okay, but it sustains 266 days till birth. Till birth. If fertilization. If fertilization means corpus secondary oocyte plus sperm. Here only secondary oocyte without sperm. 14 days. With sperm, it will be fertilized and till birth. Till birth. Till birth corpus luteum can be sustained. That time it releases, this time corpus luteum releases inhibin. And also placenta will form na. Pregnancy is done, a pregnant placenta is also releases inhibin. Corpus luteum also releases inhibin. This inhibin will stop FSH. FSH will be inhibited, so there is no further follicular growth. There is no further follicular growth in ovary. So that pregnant woman cannot bleed. Pregnant women do not give bleeding. Non-pregnant women can give bleeding. Pregnant women do not give bleeding. Why? Because during pregnancy, corpus luteum and placenta both secretes inhibin hormone. This inhibin hormone inhibits FSH. If FSH is not there, follicle will not grow. If FSH is not there, how follicle will grow? Because of only FSH, follicle is growing now. For all the follicles, FSH is required. If FSH stops, follicle will not be grown. Understand? This is the concept of menstrual cycle. Okay? The menstrual cycle main phases are menses, proliferation, bleeding, ovulation, third one, and secretory, fourth one. So changes occurs in the uterine is called uterine cycle. Changes occurs in the ovary is called ovarian cycle. What are the ovarian hormones that are participated? Estrogen and progesterone. What are the estrus, pituitary or hypothalamic hormones are participating in the menstrual cycle? FSH and LH. I hope you understand the class. Revise these notes. I will put these notes in the WhatsApp groups and also recorded video. Okay. All the best. Bye bye.